Worm, prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
Episode 96 of Dragon Ball Super was beyond ridiculous. There were so many things that was happening at the same time that I needed to make notes just to kind of keep track of everything, and that seems to be what we're going to be having throughout the tournament because there's so many characters. Like even the preview of the next episode has so much going on that I'm probably going to have to start writing notes like these just to kind of keep track with the episode. But let me go ahead and start out with the very beginning. At first, we get to see a fight between the Gods of Destruction, whose universe didn't have to participate in this tournament, and we get all of them, I believe all of them except for Jiren, which is the fish-looking guy. And the fight actually was really good. I felt like the animation in the episode was subpar. It wasn't really that extravagant, not like the episodes that we've been getting with Frieza and stuff. But once the fight actually took off, the fight was actually good. So I mean, as long as the fights are good and have good animation, I can condone if everything else isn't as good, at least throughout the episode. But it was really good. I felt like the fight, the only complaint I had was that the fight felt like underwhelming because just mainly because they felt more like realistic characters as opposed to when Champa and Beerus were fighting. The universe seemed to be like collapsing in on itself, so that was gives them like the great kind of attribute to them. While I guess maybe because they're in the world of the void, it doesn't really happen. So I mean that's good in a sense, but it just felt like a little bit underperformed. And I mean, I guess the episode really did push the fact that these guys were monsters because of the fact that they destroyed most of the ring and they had to rebuild it. And the ring was made out of Kashin, or a better version of Kashin, which is the metal, the hardest metal that's in Universe 7. And so, you know, that kind of gives you, I guess some weight to how strong they are. So I guess, yeah, it's just a nitpick. It's not really too much of a complaint. And I'm glad that they, reference Kashin, if I'm saying it right, Kashin, I think it's called. My heart did skip a beat when Frieza got to the place where all the other Z fighters are gathered, and then the banter between him and Vegeta was just pure gold. Vegeta just being upset. Vegeta even powered up at some point. He says that Frieza's halo really does suit him. Frieza's like, let me go ahead and give you one. They were supposed to hold hands throughout the circle, and Whis, was tricking them, I guess, on that. They really didn't need to, but even, Frieza only grabbed Goku's wrist, but he wasn't going to grab Vegeta's hand and stuff. So it was all good stuff. That's kind of the point, the reason that I really wanted Frieza to be part of the team, because of these little interactions that we're going to be getting that are just pure gold from the history that these characters have with each other. And I guess at some point maybe he's going to have some teamwork, or he's going to team up with Frost, because they kind of gravitated toward each other, and maybe he'll make Frost stronger. Maybe I doubt Frost already has has a golden form. I could see him having more like a poison form or something like that, where he darts and spikes come out of his, like the poisonous come out of his body or something like that, some transformation like that. So that would be pretty cool to see if there is something like that. There aren't many standout looking warriors in this tournament from what I've seen, from the quick glances that I've seen from all of them. There are a lot of throwaway characters that are probably going to be one-punched out of the ring or completely defeated in the very beginning episodes of the tournament, and I think that's how the tournament's going to go. I think that the very beginning episodes is going to be the quick fights, and then toward the end we're going to get the more epic fights with the better animations and stuff like that. There weren't really too many characters that I really liked, but then again, we got really quick flashes of some, and then some universes we only got they only showed like 3 of the characters from that universe and stuff like that. I believe the universe with all the females on it, I think that's universe, I'm not going to say which one it is because I'll probably get it wrong. I thought it was like 2. I thought it was 2, but maybe it's a different universe. But anyway, Qualifa and Goku. So they meet the Universe 6 Saiyans, and I actually really like this. I didn't realize how small Qualifa, maybe the Universe 6 Saiyans are smaller than the Universe 7 Saiyans, because, Qualifa's pretty tiny. She's tiny, Kale's tiny, Cabba's tiny, and them meeting each other, maybe, if you guys have heard my theory talking about you know, Khalifa digging Goku because she sees him transform and she likes the transformation, and that's kind of what pushes her to maybe have like a little crush on him. And then Kale gets mad and attacks Goku because that would kind of bring the Broly aspect into it. I had this kind of theory. It could be wrong because of the fact that, you know, Khalifa really doesn't care too much about Goku at the very beginning. He tries to shake her hand and she swats it away, so I could be wrong about this. But then again, Khalifa and Kale didn't really notice Universe 11's power levels when they landed in the ring, and Universe 7 did. And even Khalifa goes, wow, they're scared of these weaklings. And, you know, just from seeing and viewing them like with your own eyes, like they don't look very strong for the most part, besides maybe Jiren and Topo and stuff, but because of their uniforms and their goofy, you know, way poses and stuff like that. But if you looked at their power levels, more than likely you would see that they're real threats. So maybe with that, she can't feel power levels, but I'm trying to remember back when she saw the Super Saiyan transformation for the first time, if she noticed that it was powerful or she just thought it looked powerful. So I gotta rewatch that episode, so don't, you know, quote me on whether she can feel power levels or not, because if she could, maybe she couldn't, if she couldn't feel power levels, maybe she couldn't feel Goku's, and that's why she thought that they weren't all that tough. Another theory that I could have wrong, or a theory that everybody else has, and I don't have the same one, is that Jiren may be the warrior that fought his God of Destruction that the God of Destruction couldn't kill. A lot of people think that he is the warrior that Whis was talking about. I personally don't, but from just this episode and how he got behind Goku and how Goku saw him as a real threat and all of that, and just, you know, the hype around him, it could be possible that he's that warrior. I mean, I'm not gonna take it off the table completely. I'm just hoping that they're talking about a different warrior, that way we have something else to look forward to later down the line. The gravity levels tidbit thing that we saw, where they were talking about the ring. Every character, every being in there has the same gravity strength from, like, it pushed upon them from their birth planet. So that was pretty nice little I guess note, little detail they added in there. And besides that, this is when the tournament's going to start, so I'm extremely excited. This episode really brought a lot to the table by bringing them all together, and that's kind of how the next few episodes are going to be. Some episodes are going to be focused on some of the characters, and some of the characters here and some of the characters there while they're fighting, even though they're all fighting at once, because I mean there's like 10 in each team, and a part of me really would like to see 5 on each team, because maybe they rush some of the designs of these characters to get 10 out of them. But, you know, it could be possible that, you know, some of these guys are more badass than they first appeared, or maybe I didn't really get a really good look at some of them. So anyway, guys, drop me a like if you liked my video. Comment in the comment section below what your thoughts were on this episode, and this is going to be Dragon Ball Black signing off.
Thank you.